Good now, Dom?
Are we good?
We
Some
good?
technical issues in Australia, or were they in
No, I think they
Florida?
were you, mate, not me.
No,
I was on time.
we
Or
we
was
will
I?
never find out where the technical issues were, but
Yeah,
there were some.
definitely German.
Wait, be careful. I might call you out, okay?
Yeah, I'm not scared, mate. I'm not scared. Good morning, mate. How are you
No,
today?
all good, man. All good.
How
Good
are you doing?
morning. Good morning.
You doing good, man?
I'm doing. Yeah, I had a wonderful start to this week. We have tropical thunderstorms here, so
Yeah, wow.
not Miami-ish weather at all. Raining since 2 hours.
You're still in a
But
t-shirt, not
hey,
a jumper, mate.
sorry.
I said you're still in a t-shirt, not a jumper like me, mate. So you're doing all right.
Yeah, that's exactly. We were on the walking the dog, so we were outside. So just take off the t-shirt
Yeah,
and
lovely.
you're good. Yeah, the
Perfect.
temps are beautiful. We're not gonna let that throw us off. A beautiful start to the week.
That's right, mate. That's right. Exactly right. Good
How
morning,
about you?
everyone. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm really, really good. Taking advantage of we can stream on all platforms at once at the moment until we get kicked off. But yeah, no, I'm doing good, man. I had good start to the morning. Coffee's done. I had a bit of meditation this morning, which I haven't done for a while. It was
Oh,
felt good, man. I just needed to zen myself in. So yeah.
that sounds good. I've never meditated. I don't know. I've always wanted to try it out. I don't know if have you started yourself? Did you have
I've
somebody who
I've
guided
done it.
you
I've
or
done it before with some
yeah?
guided stuff that I've learnt, and
Mhm.
yeah, I like it. I like the breath work type meditation. I think it suits me a bit better. I find if I do proper meditation without something to focus on, I'll fall asleep. So
Okay.
yeah, I get really deep on it, but no, it was great. It was
Okay.
really, really good. Welcome to Q&A, everyone. Hope you're doing really well. As always, if you've got any questions you want to ask live to me and Dom, chuck them in the comments, please. Be more than happy to get to them. We've got some preset questions from some of our clients and around the world, so we'll get onto those first. But yeah, as I said, if you do have anything you want to chat, talk about, ask questions on, please let us know, because that's what we're here for today, is to answer some of those questions. I'll
Yeah.
pop the first question in, and it's basically a good question because it's something that a lot of people would want to ask so many times. Okay, so shorter workouts, more frequent, or longer workouts but fewer?
Oh.
Shorter
I like
workouts,
it.
more frequent, or longer workouts but fewer?
We could probably
Um,
talk about this one for the whole half an hour.
yeah, we probably could, dude. We
Yeah.
definitely probably could. So shorter workouts more frequently or longer workouts but fewer? To me, it comes down to your schedule. You can be as efficient in the gym on a shorter workout as a longer workout. So it comes down to your schedule. If your schedule is super tight and you can only fit a shorter workout 5 days a week for half an hour more frequent rather than 3 1 hour sessions, you're still doing really, really good in my eyes.
Mhm.
It's just going to come down to consistency every single week. So, yeah, definitely shorter workouts, more frequent, but might suit someone with a really tight schedule. But if you do have time on your hands and you can target body parts, or you can focus your energy onto something that your goals might be to increase, your power lift or something like that, that's when you're going to have to go into longer ones. So yeah, it comes down to time management really more than anything. So if you have a really easy schedule and you can fit more workouts in, then feel free to do it. But it's workouts come down to consistency, right, Dom?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think you're asking crucial question here. Like, do you have trouble getting to the gym, right? And getting your work done? Like, if it's hard for you to get there, you might want to make use of the time you have there, and really stretch those workouts a little longer, because ultimately, yeah, it's about frequency
Yeah.
and something sustainable. We want to stick to. What we're doing with our clients a lot right now is really mind-body connection and honing into those exercises and really executing slow, focusing on the eccentric movement as well.
Yeah.
So once you've really started to slow everything down and not run through your sets just to get everything done, the workout changes a lot,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
you'll realize that you will do a lot less sets for every body part than you might have been doing, or I don't know. Wait, when I started 10 years ago, I was hitting 6 sets on my chest day just for chest, which nowadays research shows that it's absolute overtraining, right?
Yeah.
It's too much. If you really focus in on a chest workout, 3-4 sets for your chest is more than enough.
Yeah,
If you
definitely.
execute them and if you really hone into them, like, hey,
Yeah.
man, you are working your chest more than enough,
Yeah.
right? It's about like, right, how are you executing the movements? You know, how serious and slow are you doing them, and or are you just rocking through them? And yeah, as Mike said, guys, like if you have trouble getting to the gym, you might want to make use of that time once you showed up, right?
Yeah.
And if it's easy for you, squeeze in a couple more workouts. It won't
Yeah.
hurt you.
Definitely right. Yeah. Like a shorter session can make you a little bit more focused, I guess, and get a bit more high energy throughout your workout because you're only there for that short period, so you really got to bust that workout out, and most of the times you'll be really, really super present with it. But yeah, definitely for me, I'm a big fan of longer, more frequent, fewer workouts. I like full body stuff. I think it's good. I like bang for buck. I like to get in, do my hour, make sure I get the target that I need to hit, and then get out. So it's just going to come down to consistency over time. That's what workouts are for. But shorter, more frequently if you're time poor, and longer if you've got the distance and time to do it. So, good question.
Yeah.
Why do DOMs, not you, why do DOMs happen? my DOMs often last for days. Now, anyone doesn't know what DOMs are, it's delayed onset muscle soreness. It's that tightness in the muscles 2 days after generally you've done a massive set in the gym.
Especially after leg day.
Yeah.
Damn, those
When
are rough.
you know you've got DOMs when you go looking for the disabled toilet with the handrail so you can get up and down when you try to go to number 2.
Oh, that's the worst. You're like, oh no, I have to use the bathroom. You're like, the last 3.
Always going for that round. Yeah. Sorry to anyone that needs to use that toilet, but when DOMs come with you definitely wish
Yeah, you don't want Dom around, man. You know? Yeah.
So what's the cause of DOMs? It's those little micro tears in the muscle caused by intensive exercise, right? Lifting heavy weights. They lead to inflammation, which triggers the body to repair. And that process is the soreness or the repair part of, lifting weights. So when we go into progressive overload, we're loading our muscles over what they normally can lift, and then you get some lactic acid buildup. But yeah, DOMs are these little micro tears that happen. So when it's repairing, that's when we need to get our protein in to make sure that we've got enough to fill those little gaps to get those muscles a little bit bigger. But the recovery time's different for everyone on DOMs, right? Even when that does happen, it's different for everyone. Some people experience DOMs, within 24 hours. Some it takes 48 hours. But it also comes down to your training stimulus or your consistency of training. So you might be used to a certain weight and you haven't increased it over time, therefore your DOMs won't come. But don't take DOMs as a sign for a good workout. It's just a sign that you've progressively overloaded. Okay, so you might have been consistently benching 100 kilos for 2 or 3 weeks and not getting DOMs. You need to increase your weight, and then you'll find that will happen. Your muscles are just getting used to that weight level. So, yeah, DOMs are part of the process. It's a great feeling.
Especially if you've taken a break for a while and you get back and you think you can hit the same intensity as before your break, and it's going to be a bad awakening. No, absolutely. Not going to repeat. One of beautifully said. For me, little life hack to battle DOMs is number one. After a session where you're gonna be like, oh my god, the next days are gonna be so bad. Do a little cool down cardio.
Yeah.
Just move the muscles a little bit. Could be a treadmill, whatever it is. Could be a walk. No intensity, not even zone 2, just zone 1. Just move the muscles a little bit to cool down 10-15 minutes. And life hack number 2 to combat DOMs is stretch, guys.
Yeah.
Stretching will make a huge difference.
Yeah,
huge
mobility,
Yeah.
moving those muscles. The best thing you can do is keep moving for DOMs. Like, honestly, you got to keep moving. It's you don't want to be getting tightness. You don't want to be aggravating it anymore. So yeah, DOMs are great. They
Worst thing
do
we
great.
can do is sit down when we feel like it the
Yeah.
next days, right?
Yeah.
If we sit down, it's just gonna get worse, and you're gonna have to suffer for 3-4 days.
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Next question is, if you could choose one exercise for each body part, of limited time, what would it be? Okay, if we could choose one exercise for each body part with limited time, what would it be? All right, let's back and forward, Dom. Legs.
Legs. I like squats.
Yeah.
I guess I like, for every body part. Like, if we are limited in time, I would select something.
Let's just say let's do legs, chest, back, shoulders, abs. Like, let's just pick the 5 main. So legs, what would you do? Squats. I agree.
Yeah.
It's quads, hammies, glutes, and calves, right? All at once.
Yeah. And again, this doesn't have to be set in stone. I would choose one movement that week, and then another one the next week.
Yeah, but if you had to choose one today, that would
Yeah.
you'd have to use forever because you had limited time.
Okay,
The legs,
understand.
we'll say legs. Okay, chest, what would you do?
Chest, I don't know. I don't like bench press that much because it screws my shoulder over, to be honest. But
Yep.
probably a lot of people would choose bench press.
Agreed.
Could be cable flies. I like cable flies.
Mine would be push-ups because you can move your
Yeah.
arms in different directions and target all the parts of your chest, upper, lower, mid, you know, and triceps and biceps at the same time. That's what I would pick. You can load it. You can put weight on your back. Doesn't have to be bench press. That's my pick. What about back?
Back, I like lat pull downs or anything, any pulling motion.
Yeah, pull-ups,
Really?
same thing for me. Upper back, lower back. You can change your arm width to go traps. Shoulders, it'd have to be overhead press, I think, would be my favorite. Yeah, targets everything.
That all side raises.
Yeah, but you're only targeting the front of it. If we're doing overhead press, we can do up and over. We can pull most.
Yeah, more. Yeah, same as the squat. We activate more.
Yeah, correct. That's what I'm looking for is bang for buck, right? And abs, I reckon for me, abs it'd be plank because you target front, back. The whole core gets done. I know I hate planks as well, but that's probably one of the best bang for buck.
For me, abs are overrated. For me, just get in the kitchen and understand nutrition, and you'll have abs.
But you still need to work on them for them to appear, right? You can have as much calorie deficit as possible, and if you don't have a decent six pack underneath, there's no point in showing it off.
Don't kill yourself though, because anatomy also plays a role. You know.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is it better to have protein powder on milk or water?
Depends on your calorie goal, right?
Copy.
Milk has a lot more calories. Well, a lot more. Water has 0. So depends. You want to know how many calories you consume each day. If you have enough left and you love milk, bang them down with milk. I usually get protein powder that tastes good with water because I don't like to drink my calories, so I prefer to eat my calories and have more calories with food. But that's just preference, right?
Totally agree. It's definitely the leaner option with no extra added calories, and it's awesome for a calorie deficit. Milk's good if you are looking at bulking, because you're getting carbs and extra protein. So it's only going to benefit your muscle growth. Most of the time, it comes down to taste. A lot of people think of a shake like milkshake, it has to have milk in it. Like it definitely doesn't. Most of the protein powders these days, if you find a really good one, they actually are super milky when they do get mixed with water, and they're very good.
Yeah,
So for me, more than anything, it would be find a protein powder that you actually enjoy digesting, because there's nothing worse than a shit protein powder that doesn't mix well with water. So that would be my biggest advice with protein powder. Order some
yeah,
sample packs from wherever you get it from. Try
that's
them
it.
all out. Make sure you enjoy them. They digest well and they don't sit too much in your gut, and you feel like you're going to shit yourself afterwards. Okay.
That's the
Um,
winning move right
Digestibility and
there.
flavor are the two
Yeah,
keys for a protein powder. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. The next one would be the protein versus calorie ratio, but water or milk, it's personal preference. Milk if you want to bulk more, water if you want to be looking at on the leaner side of things. Just depends on your goals, like Dom said.
yeah. Anybody you will ask has tried tons of protein powders.
Yeah, I
It's
have.
just somebody will digest that one great, and you'll have a horrible experience with it.
Yeah,
You really just have to try them. So buy small quantities at the
yeah,
beginning, and if it sits well, bang on.
exactly right. Are dumbbell versions of exercises better than barbell? I don't think they're better. They just have a different target. So a dumbbell relies on your limb to utilize itself, whereas a barbell is utilizing both limbs at the same time for leverage. So um, dumbbells are better for a greater range of motion, which can help muscle development, but also the muscles around, because you got to stabilize the dumbbell. Whereas with a barbell, if you're doing, for example, let's just say curls with a dumbbell, you're stabilizing your arm, keeping it straight. Where the barbell, you're actually using it as leverage, both arms as leverage. So dumbbells are heaps more versatile. You can have them at home. You can get a ton more exercises out of them than a barbell. Barbells are really good for big, heavy compound lifts because you can load them up. It's a lot more manageable to overhead press, say 60 kilos on a bar than it is 230s, because you're trying to stabilize yourself, whereas all you're doing is pushing up. So are dumbbell versions of exercise better than a barbell? They're not better. They're just a different type of exercise. Does that make sense?
I think I could just repeat from here on out. You touched quite a lot of points here. Yeah, all of the ones I had in mind. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, I mean, I like to switch it up as well. There's just put different stress
Yeah.
on your muscles, different. So I mean, if and yeah, heavy weights. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's a lot like for instance for you, Dom, it's a lot easier to snatch a barbell than it is to snatch two dumbbells, right?
yeah, for sure. I mean, we
For
do
leverage.
single arm snatches
Yeah, of course.
basically.
But if
That's
you
the
tried to
move.
throw two 20s
Yeah,
up versus one 120-kilo bar,
it's
you're
not
using,
happening.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
proper
it's not
leverage.
happening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. It'll
yeah,
take a lot of practice. So
yeah.
one's not better than the other. They're just more versatile in their different areas. Barbells for overloading weight, dumbbells for range of motion and balance. That's what I think probably the smarter.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
coach. Beautiful, wonderful. Yes, more
All
of
right,
that.
this question. I attempted to do dumbbell Bulgarian split squats. Well, there's your first problem. You were doing dumbbell Bulgarian split squats. I
Rude,
couldn't do
very
10
rude.
without weight. How is this possible when I can squat decent? Okay, so dumbbell Bulgarian split squats versus a normal squat. Yeah, they're two different things. Okay, so um, dumbbell Bulgarian, or so let's just say Bulgarian split squats require more balance than regular squats because you're doing one leg, so it's unilateral, and it's challenging your stabilization muscles more than a squat would be. So it's an isolation exercise. It's isolating one leg at a time, whereas a squat is utilizing both legs to intensify the workout. So Bulgarian split squats, the technique for each one is different and can be very, very challenging to master. So it could be coming down to, are you flexible enough to be able to do that range of motion? You might not be, because a normal squat with two legs going down versus a split squat with two legs alternating in your hip joint, your flexibility could be pretty shit. Your core might not be strong enough to be able to stabilize it. And you might just not be used to the technique. So if it were me doing split squats to start with, I would use some form of handle or a stick, like the old stretching stick, or put myself next to a rack and hold on to it so I've got balance if I'm first starting out. That would be the first thing for a split squat, just to make stabilization a bit easier. But yeah, don't try and overload a Bulgarian split squat. You can't. You can squat 100, but you won't be able to Bulgarian split squat 100 straight away. It's a totally different exercise.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very, very, very hard movement, and even absolute gym rats who've been doing it over years and years are still perfecting it. So
Yeah,
don't beat yourself up on it. Certainly, just throw the weight away. You don't need it.
yeah,
Start with your own body weight is more than enough.
yeah.
Yeah, very challenging movement and a lot you can do wrong.
Yeah, any unilateral stuff. So what we mean by unilateral is using one limb, one arm, one leg, is really, really challenging because it's engaging a lot of muscles that we don't use in our heavy compound lifts. So if we think with our ego when we go to do a unilateral exercise, we're going to most of the time injure ourselves or not complete the exercise or feel like a failure. So start off with nothing. If you're doing a Bulgarian split squat, the best thing you can do is hold on to something as leverage to keep the balance to start with until you get used
Perfectly
to it.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once you start doing one or two and take your hand off that, whatever it is that's stabilizing you, and you get used to that balance and you get to a point where you can do your 10, 12, 15 reps, then start adding weight. But I'm talking about 2.5 kilos or something like that, just to see how you go. Once you get comfortable, then start overloading it. But at the moment, when you're first starting, it's one of those exercises you really need to take time and focus on mind muscle connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Why do I still get cravings for sweets and other junk after so long being in the gym with a good diet? Because you're fucking human and sweets are really, really good.
I love sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the biggest corporate of this. I mean, I'm a sweet sugar guy. That's my weak point.
What's your favorite?
Uh, there's I like gummies. I like ice cream. Yeah, I like the worst stuff, you know. And the only way around it is to just portion for me because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna not do it.
No,
I'm
that's
gonna
right.
do it. So for me, healthier ice cream options like Halo Top is an option, or for the gummy stuff, like there's sour strips, for example. I don't know if anybody knows of them. They're like they have smaller bags, right?
Yeah.
So instead of the normal sized bags where you eat, I don't know, 800 or 1,000 calories, you're down to 400 calories with a smaller bag
Yeah.
because let's face it, the bag opens, it's done. Like,
Yeah.
who are you kidding? So everybody has the same problem. It's just more about preparation. You know it's coming. Okay, be ready for it, and yeah, look for your portion size. You know,
Exactly right. Exactly right. So, like, number one is if you're craving it, have it, right? Because it's not going to go away. So, um, allow for it in your calorie deficit or in your diet or whatever you're doing at your time being. Okay, old habits are hard to break, but we're trying to live a sustainable life. We like life's too short to worry about all that shit. If you really enjoy something, make it a part of your diet. If, for
hell yeah.
example, you're a chocolate fiend, one of the best things I ever did from one of my clients was she used to love blocks of chocolate, would be break each one off in a line, wrap it separately in a bit of foil, label it Monday, Tuesday,
Oh, that's
Wednesday, Thursday,
cool.
Friday, put it in the fridge and have it with your cup of tea or whatever over night time. So you're not missing out on your cravings. As Dom said, find an alternative solution for it. For me, I love sweets as well. I find my favorite thing to eat overnight now is yogurt, protein powder, usually chocolate or something like that. I put granola on it for crunch and watermelon for the sweetness. Okay, so I find my sweetness in the fruit now, which I really love. So I'm getting fiber, I'm getting protein. The other thing is try and have your sweet thing with protein Also, what I mean by that is if you have a yogurt and you like have your chocolate with it, you're generally going to fill yourself up a bit more and not want more of that sweet stuff. Eat your savory first and then your sweet afterwards, so you can enjoy that as well. But yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. Like if you keep restricting yourself from the stuff you love, chances are you're gonna crack and just start overindulging in it all. Most of the times it's from boredom or emotions or stress or day-to-day stuff, or you haven't been to the gym and you feel like a fat bastard and you just want to crawl into a bag of marshmallows and fucking eat
Burn
yourself
on
silly.
pocket mode.
Yeah, correct. You put it in the fucker bucket. Exactly right. So don't restrict yourself from the stuff that you love. The whole point about life is to enjoy it. So make sure you have it as part of somewhere in your, like I love savories too, right? I'm a big fan of hot chips and stuff like that. I just have them once a week.
What's a hot chip?
Like a fried chip, potato. What do you guys call it in America?
Fries.
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 Yeah, fries.
French fry.
French fries.
No,
hot chips, mate. They're hot chips, all right? Hot chips.
At the end of the day, total calories matter.
If you're on a weight loss journey, yeah, correct.
Total calories will decide which direction we go, right? Yeah. So we get to enjoy the foods. It's just, yeah, for me also, what works is like a little bit of honey sometimes. If I'm like really craving that sweet tooth, have a little bit of honey and you'll realize, okay, it's not like as satisfying, but you'll immediately realize there's a change in the extremity of your craving, at least for me. And then if I wait a little longer, like I'm done with it.
I like I'm like you, Dom. I like the energy drinks as well. I find if I feel like something sweet, I'll have an energy drink and I get my caffeine at the same time, and there's no calories in it, which is really, really good. There's low calories. Some of them are 5 or 6, but yeah, I enjoy an energy drink purely because it's like it tastes like I'm having a sweet for some reason. But don't destroy yourself too hard when it comes to that stuff. Just enjoy it. Last question, and I really like this one because I'm a bit of a fiend for this. Do you ever get bored with strict eating? No, I don't actually.
No,
because
never.
It makes me consistent. It helps me control my calories because I know what I'm eating. It's easy for me to be able to have, like, if I'll run you through a typical day for me. Oats and protein powder in the morning. Why? Cheap. Oats are cheap. They're great carb. There's a portion of protein in there. You can mix them with protein powder, and they fill me up really, really good for the morning. And lunch is shredded chicken, which I've cooked on a Sunday generally, and it's 6 hours slow cooked, so it's nice and soft. I have that on spinach. I have that with cucumbers and tomatoes. I have 2 eggs, which I've boiled like 15 or 20 of them in the fridge, so I've got them handy. And I put a bit of barbecue sauce on it. So low calorie dinner is just depending on what the kids feel like, and I make a good, healthier version of it. And snacks is yogurts and cottage cheese. So I have stuff that's easily accessible in the fridge. Do I get bored with it? No, because I put different sauces or spices or mix it with different things, so I make it enjoyable. But I like to be consistent. If I want to manage my weight and manage my body, then I have things that are easy for me to make. I don't want Michelin star food. I don't need to cook a degustation 13-course meals I just want something simple and effective. So do I get bored? No, I don't actually, because I change the flavors all the time.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's similar. Like I love the lifestyle of eating healthy. I really enjoy it. I get that people sometimes get bored of eating similar things all the time. If I know the macros are right, I could hammer chicken breast every day. I don't care. Right? I don't like. I can be really, really low maintenance.
Yeah.
But I am becoming more brave. Like I'm enjoying cooking more, and my girlfriend likes to cook, so we're trying a lot of new things. And it's not hard to try new things, right? Protein, vegetable, carb.
Yeah.
Season the living hell out of your food. Season it. It doesn't have to be a stale chicken, as some stale broccoli and some stale rice, right?
But even if you're having chicken, broccoli, and rice, right? Like, let's just go back to the basics. There is no
Yeah.
reason why you can't get a Texas barbecue rub and put it on your chicken breast when there's
Yeah.
enough more calories in it and make it taste good. There's no reason why you can't put lemon juice on your broccoli. I love lemon juice. Like, it makes it taste a little bit better. There's no reason why you can't mix some vegetables in your rice and make it like a fried rice with some soy sauce,
Yeah.
low
Throw
sodium.
some eggs in there.
Correct. So
Soy
there's so many
sauce.
good ways.
Dang.
But
Yeah.
for me, boring sometimes is easy, but just make sure your spices and your low calorie sauces are on hand, because that's the thing that changes the landscape of the food, right?
Big chili sauce guy. So I have three,
Same.
4 different chili sauces in my fridge at all times. Yeah, I'm a big barbecue sauce fan as well. I've
Same.
tried all the zero
Yeah.
calorie barbecue sauces, and they're not the best, and they're not as good as a normal barbecue sauce. But are they 200% worse because you have 0 calories versus 200 calories per
Correct.
serving? No, they're not.
No.
There may be like a couple percent worse. So yeah, I mean, hey,
Exactly. Do you guys
it's
get Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce over there?
yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite. 30
That's pretty
calories
good, yeah.
per serving. It's not low calorie. It's just the way
Yeah,
it's been made.
true.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
And it's my staple. Peri peri mayonnaise. Really, it's like chili mayonnaise, low calorie. So you can make boring enjoyable.
Yeah, I
For
get
me,
light mayonnaise and just mix it up with chili sauce
yeah,
myself, or do a tuna salad, light mayonnaise and a can of tuna on, some whatever it is. It's
crackers, yeah.
tasty. Yeah, if you season the hell out of it, tuna salad can be crazy, crazy good. And a light mayonnaise, yeah, it's not healthy, but
Yeah.
it cuts the calories in half compared to a normal mayonnaise. Like, yeah, it all adds up, you know?
Correct. I think we've just got to break the stigma of strict eating is chicken, rice, and broccoli. It's not. Like, if you look at every bodybuilder these days, yeah, that's part of their staples, but they're actually adding stuff and flavors into it to make it taste good. Your overnight oats that you can make, they're super low calorie and super tasty, and you can have Biscoff or peanut butter or your favorite things and make it low calorie, right? I love peanut butter. Powdered peanut butter is one of my favorite things to add into stuff, but I don't find strict eating boring because I make it happy. I make it enjoyable.
Yeah, and there's so many healthy chat food channels out there nowadays,
Yeah.
right? And it's really not that hard to look at a video or read through a recipe and cook it back. Like, if I can do it, you can do it too. I wouldn't call myself a cook, but it's so easy to make food tasty and healthy nowadays because all this information is up for grabs for free.
Correct.
We just have to be, what do we want? What do we want out of it, right? What's our goal? And if we really want it, we can
We'll make
find
it work.
ways to get it.
Like, one of the staples in my family's rotation is the Big Mac salad, right? That I got off Instagram. Big Mac
Yeah.
salad. It's just like a broken down Big Mac with heaps of lettuce, heaps of mince. But I've made a low calorie Big Mac sauce out of yogurt instead of using mayo, right? It's really, really nice. Kids couldn't even tell the difference.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
make it low calorie. So yeah, there's options out there. That doesn't mean it's boring. I'm still eating strict, but I'm not eating boring. I don't find my meals boring. I find
Yeah.
consistency helps me maintain the level that I want to be at. Could I be more
Yeah.
stricter? 100%. Could I get down to 6 or 7 body fat percentage? I could, but do I want to? No, I don't feel like I need to. That's me, my personal opinion. So it just comes down to how you want to be, how you want to look, and what your goals are.
Yeah, and like measuring food and understanding like what it contains isn't like a lifetime thing, guys. Like, you learn that stuff so quick. So once you have an idea, you throw your food together and you can guess within 100 calories how big your meal is, right? It's just about learning and, yeah, maybe repeating similar meals a couple times, because then you really have a good understanding of what you put into your body.
Yeah, education is paramount when it comes to nutrition. If you don't have education on nutrition, if you're one of those people that just signs up to a program that consistently gives you a meal plan to follow every week, you're not learning how to eat. You need to learn how to eat. it's all right to follow a meal plan for the first 4 weeks or so, but after that, you need to know how to eat. So educate yourself on food, educate yourself on calories, educate yourself on why protein is really, really important. Educate yourself on why we have to eat carbohydrates. Like, educate yourself. It's more important. Our program is about education. It's not about just pumping you full of meal plans every week to lose weight. We could do that, but we want our people to learn how to live a sustainable life, and that's by knowing what they put in their belly and making sure that food is fuel.
Bang on.
Drop the mic. Where is it, Dom?
Yeah, that's it. Don't throw it around. Be nice to your mic.
I'll break it. Awesome. Thanks for joining us, guys. I really appreciate it. Again, if you've got any more questions, please send us a DM. It's going to be a lot harder in the next coming weeks to do cross-posting lives because Facebook's decided to take away our privileges of posting in all groups at once. So it might only be on our personal profiles from here on in, but we'll send the links through on our Facebook pages so everybody doesn't miss it. But yeah, thanks for joining us, everyone. Appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time.